here's another theater story time for you guys, this time about how I tap danced with an asthma attack. So, I technically have asthma, but it's never really affected me, and except for one time a year when the seasons change around November, December, I would always get really sick, and I never really knew what was happening. Basically, I would get a cold like every November that would develop into what felt like pneumonia. So I was having to take a breathing treatment every 2 hours to be able to do anything, like literally walking across the house. I had to take a treatment to breathe. I don't remember really receiving treatment for this. We just kind of made it work. Um, but in my senior year, I got the same sickness, but it was opening weekend of Christmas Carol, and we needed to make sure that I was okay to do the show. So my mom took me to the doctor. They put the oximeter on my finger, and like I think I shocked the nurse at how low my oxygen was, so it was definitely pretty serious. But we were asking the doctor, we're like, "Hey, can I still do this show? I'm a part of a tap number, so like I need to be there. I just want to get your permission." And the doc is kind of looking at me, looking at my mom, and the doc is kind of like smirking, and I look at the doc and I was like, "Okay, whatever you say right now, I'm still gonna go out there. So like, what do I have to do?" I'm pretty sure I didn't get her blessing, but I think she was just like, "Take your inhaler with you and just be safe." So I go to the show. I let my doctor know what's happening, and she pretty much the directions you're always gonna get is if you need to skip company numbers, go ahead, but you need to be there for when you will be missed. So like for example, the tap number, there would be a hole in the number, especially during like the kick line. I had to be there for that. And then similarly, the song after that, I had to walk across the stage with Wendy. If you haven't seen that story, watch the first one, my first story time, and I would be missed, my physical body would be missed in that section, therefore I need to be there for that section. And so the plan was, I do my tap number the best of my ability. I would run backstage to my mom who had my inhaler waiting for me. I would quick change, use my inhaler, and then get back on stage for the company number. And technically it worked. I don't think anyone in the audience knew anything was wrong. However, I thought I was going to pass out the entire number. Like, I do not know how I made it. I know it was just my stubbornness to not give up because I was so determined to like prove to everyone that I like belonged on that stage. But the girl next to me was literally planning in her head how she was gonna get my body off stage when I dropped down because she thought I was going down the entire time. That's how bad it was. I was probably breathing 2 to 3 times a second. Like I was literally like, like the entire time. If I were not a black woman, I would have been purple on that stage. I was dying. Luckily, the number ends. I run off stage to my mom and I get my inhaler and I take probably the two biggest breaths I ever could to try to get something in my lungs. I quick changed, made it across the stage to my position to walk up with Wendy. And I didn't sing with her because physically couldn't, but I just was the body to like be a part of that number and I was fine. However, we did learn that for Saturday's show, I should use the inhaler first, then do the tap number, and that worked so much better. I was able to breathe the entire number. Thank God. Obviously, looking back, I should have prioritized my health over the performance I was in. I put myself at risk and my health at risk because I wanted to make sure I didn't let my theater family down, but also prove to them that I deserve to be on that stage and I deserve the part that I got. I also realize now that my self worth derived from how my theater family thought of me. And if I let them down, I was going to let myself down as well. And there's a whole backstory behind that too. So, yeah, that's the time I risked my health and safety to tap dance while having a severe asthma attack. As always, if you like this content and you want to see more, you guys know what to do, and I will see you in the next one.